Mystique. Gdzieś won? Hello. I had to remove Gustav from this room because I don't know what's about cats that makes them to like stop in the middle of the doors when you want to close the doors. They will like stand there in the middle, and then if you close the doors, you know they will want to go through the doors. So they hate doors basically. Today's class, finally I have internet, so if you saw my story, maybe you probably didn't. Hi Anna, I had some problems with the internet. I decided to restart it, so we have better connection because last time it was horrid. And yeah, then the internet just didn't connect. So today's class is called Breathe, because I'm all about the breath recently, and everything is getting somehow together, like a lot of things are connecting. Not just that workshop I did about the core, so the real core or the deep core, but also the yin training that I'm doing. So it's all about breath and about trying to slow down a little bit, and especially trying to find a balance, not just in the practice, but also in life in general. So we will start lying on the back, because that's where you can really truly relax, and especially if you're trying to focus on breathing, it's better, or it's easier if you can relax. So if you have troubles, for example, to sit, then already breathing and sitting will be hard, combining the two. But when you lie down, hopefully it will be a little bit easier. You can also do whatever you want with your legs. So you don't have to have the legs straight. You can bend them and you can have your knees together with the feet going a little bit further away. And this position also varies for some people depending on your bone structure in your hips. So finding a position where the knees can fall very easily towards each other, so you don't have to make effort on squeezing them in. So maybe you need to walk the feet a little bit further away, but then it might start to be uncomfortable in your hips, or eventually maybe bringing the feet together, knees apart, can be a good position. And then your palms will come onto your belly. So we will try to focus on breathing into the belly. You can slide the shoulder blades down and then make space at the back of your neck. So try not to have like an open throat, because obviously, or not obviously, but apparently or whatever, this position where like your head is a little bit in back in extension, your neck is in extension, it doesn't make it easy for you to breathe. So also using a pillow underneath your head might be more comfortable for you, but also not having your chin all the way at your throat. So somewhere in the middle. And then relax your hands also, relax your face. So everything is really soft and very released, relaxed. And then you can start by just observing how or if your belly moves with your breath. And already with your palms on your belly, it might be easier to connect with that movement. or even with if you breathe deeper or in a shallow way. You can also rate or put some quality measures on the air. So smelling, assessing the temperature of the air. And then come back to that body check, going from your face, from your eyes, from your forehead. Can you release a little bit more? Maybe your lips are doing something, so try to relax them. Release your jaw, your shoulders especially. We tend to have a lot of tension there. And then your hips, your legs, your palms heavy. And we will start with your next inhale. So first emptying the lungs all the way. And then with an inhale, trying to push into the palms. And then exhaling, we allow the gravity to work on the belly, to come in and down. So inhaling, making super deep breath. Also to your side ribs, to your chest. And exhale from your ribs, from your belly. And in general, to relaxing a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. Try to have no pause in between the inhales and exhales. So inhaling, feel the breath in your belly, in your ribs, also in your back, as the upper back presses into the mat. And then exhale from your chest, from your back, from your ribs, from your belly. It doesn't really necessarily have to be in that order. I am just saying it because it feels natural to me, but maybe in your case, it comes all together. So your ribs and your belly and your backside fills up at the same time, which basically is how it should work. And then exhaling, same thing. Maybe all of it, all of your trunk gets flatter at the same time. Go for 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Deep inhale, but slow and steady and easy. And then exhale the same, slow, easy, and relaxing. Okay, then you can move your wrists a little bit, take a little stretch here. Even yelling, if that is something that happens for you, that's amazing. And you will bring the knees to your chest. And then we'll just observe how does the spine work and how it gets flatter basically when you bring your legs. So keeping the right leg, right knee at your chest, you can even grab it with your hand and then squeeze it a little bit more towards you. Inhale and then allow your belly to come in towards that thigh, and then we will exhale, and then either left foot steps down with the knee bent, or you can try to go for an extension and then again focus on the backside. So how does it affect your low back? Does it go away from the ground? If yes, try to push it down, but as you inhale, belly goes out, so there is this space next to your right leg, and also you're pressing into the right thigh. And then exhale, can you press from your left heel lower down towards the ground, keeping your low back at the mat. Inhale into your belly, exhale. And then grab your ankle or maybe your hamstring and then try, or calf muscle, and try to extend your right knee towards you. Inhale into your belly. And exhale, we will pull a little bit on that leg, and then you can do something with the end of your foot. You can either flex the ankle, you can spread your toes, or spreading and extending your ankle, or pointing. One more breath there. Try to keep your left hip down, your low back down, but breathe into your belly. And exhale. And then slowly release. We'll change the leg. So left knee comes to your chest. You squeeze it in. You can move here a little bit right, left. You can move your ankles. You can move your head, your neck. And then again, stepping the left foot down or extending the whole leg with the heel coming towards the ground. And then notice your low back. Try to bring it down into the mat. Inhale into your belly. Exhale, push the knee towards your chest and press from your right heel down towards the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Notice if you change the pattern of your breathing, and then you can extend your left leg. Inhale first, prepare, belly goes out. And exhale, try to bring that left leg a little bit closer. One more inhale. Do something with the end of your foot. And exhale. And then release. Both knees in. Move here right, left a little bit, maybe even a little twist if it feels good. Or you can also bring your feet onto the mat and do windshield wipers with your legs. So if you like feet as wide as the mat, and then you bring the knees to one side and then to the other, or a little bit more compressed twist with the knees at your chest, right, left. That should feel a little bit at a different place of your spine, and also not as much in your hips. Okay, now we will lift the shoulder blades and the head up as if we wanted to make ourselves a little bit smaller. So trying to make a small ball, and then inhale into your belly, allow it to go out. And then exhale, belly comes in and you lift a little bit more. Inhale again, belly out. And exhale. And then we will again extend the left leg forward or step the left leg forward. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, crunch a little bit more. And then change. Left knee to your chest. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Grab underneath your knees. You can roll here back and forward on your spine several times. Maybe bigger movements, maybe smaller, maybe no movements if it doesn't feel good for your spine until you kick all the way into a sit. Then we will cross the legs. We will do a few things seated. So find the sitting pose on the mat, or you can sit on something that is a little bit elevated, like a block or a pillow. And you don't have to really bring your knees very wide. So it depends how does it feel for you to have a nice sit. So we will try, even if this makes more effort for you to stay in. Again, that the block will help you to be a little bit in a more comfortable sit. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your shoulder blades up. Shoulders to your ears. And then exhale, side bend. And again, notice what your belly does as you breathe. Coming to the right side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the other side. Again, inhale. Try to let go of the belly. And exhale. And then can you breathe more into the upper spine or upper rib cage and upper part of your belly? Exhale. Inhale, come up. One more time on each side. So on this side, if you're on your right, the left side ribs will reach higher, and you will expand on your left side with your chest slightly turning up towards the ceiling. And exhaling, you will bend it a little bit deeper towards the ground. One more. Exhale, squeezing your right side body. And then inhale, use your core, not much of your hands to bring yourself up. And exhale again, use minimum weight on your hand, and can you bend away from your right sitting bone, away. Inhale, chest higher, side belly comes out, if that makes sense. And then exhale, squeeze on your left side. Inhale, come up, both arms up, extend your elbows, and then really stretch up. Have a meaning or have a purpose why you are in this one stretch. One more inhale. And then exhale, we will side bend. First without, not side bend, twist to the right without using your hands. So those hands, you can place them on your shoulders, and then inhale, belly out. And exhale, twist. Look to the back, and then you can use your hands, so your right fingertips behind you. Maybe left palm grabs the knee. Inhale now, belly comes out. And then exhale, as it comes in, twist a little bit more. Twist also your neck with your chin staying at your throat. Open also your right shoulder all the way back, turning your fingers to the all the way to the back and to the right. Inhale, come forward, arms up, super tall, as if you wanted to reach something, and then exhale to the other side. So first, no hands, maybe palms, fingertips on your shoulders. Inhale, belly out, exhale, twist, release your shoulder blades. This also helps you to not have the shoulders creeping up. You can use your fingers on the mat behind you and your right palm on your left knee. Inhale, exhale, one more inhale, belly out, exhale. So trying to rewire how your brain works. Inhale, come forward, reach your arms up, and exhale, release. Since if you go to any kind of class, even to my class, I will tend to only talk about belly in most of the time, 95% of the time, and trying to release it if you don't need it there to support. So maybe as you are sitting or standing, if you are not really going into super deep back bend where your low back would suffer and you really need to use that superficial core muscles, or if you are literally not doing crunches where you are working your core muscles or the superficial ones, the rectus abdominis, the six pack and the obliques, then you can have your belly free to expand, and the deep muscle tissue should be holding your spine. If it's of course healthy. So if you have some kind of injury, in that case, you should be totally using, maybe in some position when you're lifting your, even the superficial core muscles, just to help you to not feel pain and to allow that place to heal before you can again disengage. I hope that makes somewhat sense. I know I've been using my core muscles. When I heard, I sometimes will go too deep into back bend, so I'm not very careful, and I will have pain on my left side, on my low back. So I know I will have an inflammation. In that case, I will try to use my core every time. Core, I mean like the muscles that I really control and I think about them before I have to do something that I know would cause me pain. But if your spine is healthy, then it makes sense that your core is working automatically, because you should not be thinking about it all the time. Okay, so we will go for further palms on the mat and we'll step back. Now we will hate me probably. So in a high plank, we are trying to engage the core, since we have a little bit more weight now on the spine, and although we could release We could release the belly. It would probably cause that we create a little bit deeper back bend in the lumbar spine, which we want to correct. So there is slight engagement, but you can still inhale into your belly, into your chest, into your side ribs, and exhale, allowing that belly to come in. One more. Exhale. Then really slowly the knees down and the chest and the belly down. So very carefully placing yourself on the mat. Take a little break here in a Sphinx. Elbows forward, right underneath the shoulders. You can bring them a little bit wider if you like. The legs can go and activate, pressing with the feet into the mat. You can engage from your glutes by pressing your pubic bow down, but try to internally rotate your legs slightly at the same time. And then belly comes in. Since it's a back bend, chest reaches forward. So now we want to protect it. But then think about where you can actually breathe. So you have to find some space, and then also maybe your shoulders get involved to help you to find a little bit more oxygen. Just know that this is compensation already for something that is hard, something that is out of comfort or out of what we actually need in a normal life. You never go, maybe if you're on a beach, you sit like this reading a book, I don't know. But yeah, you don't work like this. Maybe some of you do, I don't know. I don't work like this, or I don't sleep like this. I don't walk like this, so it's for sure not something that you need in daily life. Okay, now if you like to go further, palms press into the mat, and then you can lift your elbows. But then try to roll the shoulders together and down as you reach the chest forward. And then can you engage from your belly a little bit more? And then imagine you want to press from your palms back, and then can you breathe? And where are you breathing? Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Now you can take a little break. Forehead on the forearms or on the mat. And if it feels good, you can bring your heels up, and then you can swipe them to the right and to the left. Inhaling into your belly. Press it into the mat and exhale. Slow release. Okay. Now press back into your tabletop. We will go for a little bit of hold in the plank. Only 30 seconds. But I believe in you I believe in myself that I can do it. I'm not really good at holds, but if you don't train them, you are not going to be good at them. And every time you do them, actually, your body really adapts fast and quickly. So you would be amazed if you would train for these kind of things, how fast you would actually get better at holding your stamina. Good. So you can either choose it on your palms, but maybe on your elbows would be a little bit easier. And then you can also interlace the fingers to have a little bit more strength. So we will step the one leg right, and then the left or left and the right leg behind, keeping your belly in and your hips, your glutes squeezing, trying to keep your hips at the same level in between your shoulders and your feet. And then so hips not super high. We will hold for another 25 seconds and try not to dip in your shoulders. So you're pressing from your elbows, rounding your upper back a little bit. 15 more seconds. It's not even that long. Maybe you're started to shake a little bit. Just 5 seconds. Super easy. 3, 2, and slowly release. Again, belly down. And take your toes. Now you can go for a cobra. So palms near your ribs. Lift your chest. Shoulders down. Long neck, especially the back side of your neck. Chin can stay at your throat a little bit. And exhale, lower. We'll go 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Chest is broad, collarbones are broad. And exhale. Keep your legs active. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Press back again through your tabletop. You can tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Still lift your hips. And then in your down dog, do whatever you need to. Bending one leg and then the other. We did a little bit of hamstring stretching, but it was half an hour ago, so or 20 minutes ago. So maybe you are rediscovering your hamstrings. Then maybe you push a little bit more from your palms, trying to make your shoulders to creep up towards your ears. And then can you find that natural curvature of your upper back again without going into a back bend? Can you find a neutrality in your spine? My hair is everywhere today. And then can you find a natural curvature in your low back by sticking your sitting bones a little bit higher and up towards the ceiling? And then where is your breath? Are you holding tension somewhere? Maybe in your neck. Then inhale, we'll bend the knees, setting the feet as wide as the hips. And then we will pivot their heels to the right side. Squishing your right side body, and then lift your heels up. And then to the left side. So the right heel lands in front of your left toes. Inhale, heels up. And then turn, twist your feet to the right side. Again, sitting your hips lower and then behind you and back. Inhale, lift, heels up, hips to the left, heels to the left, and then notice where the weight shifts on your palms. One more time, inhale, lift, heels up, and then the heels to the right side. Now you can come onto your fingertips on your left palm, lifting your left heel, and try to bring your whole right foot down onto the mat. Maybe you need to step it a little bit closer towards your right palm. From here, sit lower with your hips towards your heel, press from your right hand, and then start extending your right knee for a side plank variation, Vashisthasana. Maybe your foot comes off the ground, maybe your left fingertips comes off the ground, and then you try to turn your chest higher as you squeeze on your right side, squeezing your hands towards you and your leg towards the ground. Inhale there, exhale back, downward facing dog, bending the knees, lifting the heels, pivot to the left, same thing on the other side, trying to find firm ground with your right hand, with the fingertips clawing the ground, with your left, they say right hand, left hand, your left foot, and then start sitting lower first. Press from your left palm a little bit more, and exhale. Start extending your left knee, squeezing your feet together, your arms together, and then maybe to twist your chest just slightly up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale back. Bend the knees, place them on the ground. Take a child's pose if you want, or sit on your heels. You can move your wrists. It's a lot every time you go into a side plank, especially this kind of old school side plank is really a lot on your palms because you're strongly pressing. But if you have any kind of pain, think about your shoulders more, so you're trying to push more from your shoulders and squeezing on the side. We'll try that one more time. We'll also flip the dog. If you know the drill, go for it. You don't have to go very slow. You can go faster, and you can flip all the way, even into a wheel. So that's an option also. The usual squat is here. Also topo. Okay, Back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, heels up. And then exhale, start to pivot. Then sit down, inhale. Press from your right shoulder. Bring your chest bone slightly in. And exhale, start extending your right knee. And then going around your core and around your center until you open maybe towards the ceiling, setting your left foot behind you. And then maybe your left fingertips will touch the ground. Maybe not. Inhale wherever you are. Maybe you go all the way into your wheel. Slowly we'll come back. Super strong side body as you rotate around it. Bending the knee. Setting your left foot down. Going for the other direction. Heels up. Pivot to the other side. Very slow. Keep breathing the whole time. Extending. Slowly rotating towards the ceiling, setting your foot, maybe your hand. Keep breathing, focus where you're breathing. What do you need to expand? And then slowly coming back. Super high hips, super high chest, super high back at the end. And release. Move your wrist again. Especially if you are taking these breaths that are based or focusing on your release, then can you make them more in towards your belly, less in towards your shoulders? Can you slow them down? Maybe closing your eyes, if that helps you. Okay, again, one more time, this time even faster. Set your hands, set your feet. Lift your heels, inhale. Exhale, slowly start transferring all the way into your flip dog. Inhale there, and then exhale, lift your left foot up, and then we'll step the left foot forward, trying to go all the way forward, lifting your right heel up, controlling the step forward. If you land a little bit faster, it's okay. I forgive you. Back heel spins down. Inhale, second warrior. Right arm, left arm. Exhale, release your shoulders. Squeeze the legs towards each other as your left knee starts pointing the same direction as your foot. Inhale, left palm reaches up, side bend to the back of the room or of your mat. Exhale, back to your second warrior. Extend your left knee. We'll shift your left hip back as you reach with your left hand forward. So creating a long line in between your left hip crease and your fingers. And then you can release the fingertips towards your shin, even towards your ground or on top of your shin. Right arm comes up, shoulders down, chin to your throat as you look up towards your fingers, just with your eyes, not with your chin. Inhale, squeeze the legs towards each other, create a little bit of a lift in your arches on the foot, of your both feet actually. Exhale, look down. Inhale, we'll lift second warrior, bringing it all the way into dancing warrior. And exhale, both palms down onto the mat. Then you can lift your back heel, squaring your hips down. Stay on your right fingers. Left arm will lift into twist. Belly comes out. Release the shoulders down. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale there. Reach higher, long back of the neck. Exhale, palms down. You can step from here back into your plank, or you can bring your left foot to hover behind you. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga or knees just chin. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, pivot. Inhale, Vashisthasana. Exhale, maybe you step back to coming into your wild thing or flip dog. Inhale, pick up your back, your right foot up. And then you want to stay super stable in your left hand, trying to bring your left heel up, going away from the ground with your upper body and closer to the ground with your right foot until you can step it all the way forward. Back heel spins down, with the toes facing slightly forward, and swipe your arms up to your second warrior. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, flip your right palm. Reach your right arm up. And exhale, release. Second warrior, extend your right knee. And then start to send your right hip back. Right hand forward. Reaching, 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 long line. Exhale. Fingertips can go and then they can just slightly tap into the leg, into your foot. And you're trying to twist away as you keep your spine long and your legs strong. Left arm reaches up, shoulders down, chin stays at your throat. Where are you breathing? You're trying to breathe into your belly. Maybe you need actually your core a little bit to hold you here, but maybe you don't need those superficial muscles. I don't know. No one knows, actually. Everyone will tell you something different. Exhale, look down. Inhale. Did we come to the second warrior? I don't remember. Exhale. Yes, inhale. Swipe into your dancing warrior. And then we will come down. Exhale. Both palms down. So setting onto your fingertips, maybe only. Back heel spins up. Strong legs. You want to keep your hips the same level. And then just inhale, belly comes out. As you twist. Reaching your right arm up. Again, long back neck. And exhale, can you bring your right hip lower as you twist a little bit higher from your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Framing your right, or not framing your right foot, coming from the inside of your right foot. Sitting your palms down. Right foot will come behind you. Long back side, so your neck, your low back, your glutes lower. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Face away from the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Just forward, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now you can take a child's pose, bring the knees down, maybe a little bit wider than you like, or maybe a little bit closer. Try to maybe do something that you usually don't do. Forehead down or on a block. And arms again, wherever you want or wherever you are not used to do. So you can also change it sometimes. And then try to relax there all the way. Having a head heavy on the mat. Staying more on the top of your forehead, so that then when you allow it to relax, it will create creases, wrinkles towards your eyebrows. Deep inhale into your belly. Exhale. One more. And we'll slowly transfer onto the belly. In any way you want. Maybe you take a longer chaturanga. Coming slowly, carefully into a lying position. Okay, arms beside you, legs together or as wide as your hips. And then you want to press the legs again. You want to press your pubic bone. Palms are facing down, and we are going to lift the chest and the face away. So I don't say keep your head wherever. Try to again create space at the back of your neck. And then maybe, but just maybe, you look forward with your eyes. And then are you breathing? And then inhale. Lift also your feet up, but keep your knees straight. You can bring your feet a little bit wider, trying to breathe your chest more forward towards your chin, your face higher, your hands higher. Inhale, and slowly release down. Look to the right side, left ear on the mat, turning the palms, facing up. You can move here your hips a little bit, but most importantly, big breaths. And then come back. This time we will bend the knees. We'll try to grab the feet first. Once we have the feet, you can go one at a time. Try to walk lower towards your ankles, so you can bend your ankles. Then once this is done, you bring your knees back to hips width, yes. Then belly in, because this is going for a really like a passive back bend, since you are going to use your legs and your hands to back your spine. You want to help your low back by engaging those abs. Inhale, kick back, belly stays in if possible, and try to feel it more in your chest. So you want to engage your upper back muscles to bring that back bend there rather than into where it would naturally go. And then bring the chin into your throat, and then can you lift your gaze? Inhale, knees stay very close to the ground. Exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Slowly lower. Carefully, you can release your feet. You can look to the left side, right ear on the mat. Take big breaths. And press back into your child's pose. So there are several options for this. If you're experiencing low back pain, you can go through a lift into an upward facing dog, or like a cobra. Try to keep your belly active to protect you, or you can go through a full reversed chaturanga. Then setting your knees down, sitting your hips back as your toes touch together, forehead down. If you want more support for your spine, you can bring your knees closer, so you can lie with your belly on top of your thighs. And if you're doing this or the other thing, doesn't matter, start breathing into your belly. With your inhale and then exhaling, release from your arms, from your head, from your legs. We will slowly lift, placing the palms underneath the shoulders. And we'll go for the opposite, for a rounded spine. So grab your knees. And then inhale, you can go for a slight back bend, reaching the chest forward, shoulders back. And then exhale, pull on your knees or grab on your top of the knees. And then round the spine, you can release the chin to your chest. One more, inhale, just a little bit. It's more in your chest than anywhere else. So your sitting bones are still pointing down. And then exhale, sitting bones are pointing even forward as you pull, as you relax your head. And then straighten your spine. You will grab the heels, so it doesn't have to be really grabbing the heels. It's actually really hard from this kind of point. Your fingers can touch the bottom of your feet in the middle, and then we will tuck the chin in. Try to bring the head, the top of the head, right in front of the knees, going for a rabbit pose. So now you can maybe grab your heels a little bit better with your whole palms, and then lift your hips up. And from there, you can go even further to round your spine even more. You can shift your head if necessary. I will try not to hit the mic with my t-shirt. You can try to tuck your head more if you can, if it feels comfortable, and then try to breathe into your belly. And exhale, go a little bit further. Belly comes in. Slowly come back, hips down. Release child's pose. Inhale and exhale. So second round, we'll interlace the fingers at the back. So putting the palms together, and they will touch your sacrum. And then you can lift your hips up and bring your palms away from your sacrum. So all the way away. Micro bending your elbows. And you can roll a little bit more on top of your head. But try to keep your neck safe, so you don't have to go into extreme flexion in your neck here. Just rounding the spine and releasing the hands away as you pull the shoulder blades down towards your hips. Inhale. And then slowly, carefully, sitting back as you exhale. Use your hands to help you. Press away from the ground. Cross your legs or bring them to the side. Sitting in your Dandasana or staff pose, extending the legs forward, but you can always bend the knees a little bit. Flex your heels so your toes point towards you, palms next to your hips. Inhale. Through the top of your head, you'll reach your whole spine taller. And exhale. Stay there. Inhale, try to go into your belly. See the difference. Exhale. Belly comes in. Good. Heels touch the front of the mat. Arms forward. Inhale. And exhale, slowly start rounding as you slide your heels towards you, or maybe it's just your calves that slides towards you. And slowly, very carefully, lower yourself onto the mat. Left knee towards your chest, and then the right knee. Good. Move your knees right, left. So coming back to where we started, but this time we'll take a little bit longer and a little bit deeper twist. So you can try to either interlace your right knee on top of the left, like eagle legs, or you can keep your knees together for a little bit less intense twist. So you can choose arms to the sides, shift your hips, you can pick them up either using your core, or you can set your feet down, and then you can lift your hips and then bring them a little bit more to the right of your mat. And then exhaling, slowly lowering your knees to the left, but bring them back in towards your chest first. So they stay close to your chest. Look to the right side. Eventually you can grab your knees with your left hand, which I already did, and then reaching your right shoulder towards the ground as you inhale into your belly, and exhale, knee closer. So if your knees are not open or your hips are not open, your low back should be actually straight. So you don't need to protect it, or, like you can let your belly maybe out. And experience how does the twist feels like, how does it affect, although the twist is coming more from the upper spine, so your core isn't affecting it in any way. And then you should observe every time if you feel a tension somewhere in every pose, if it's in the direction where you are bending. So if it's from where the bend is happening, so if you feel tension here in your hips from the inside of your thigh, for example, or your hip joint rather, then this is not something that you're stretching. So if you experience pain there, that means it's probably something compressing and you don't want to go deeper there because it's already touching each other. It can be just tissues, soft tissues, but it can be also bones on bones. But if you feel, for example, stretch on your thigh from the outside, maybe you can go deeper. It's a little bit harder to assess in the spine, but if you feel it on your upper back, a tension, then it's probably muscles that are being stretched, which is fine. If you feel it in your low back, which shouldn't be twisting, then it's probably bone on bone and you should back out. Coming back to, with your knees coming up, laying on your back, and it will change. And then go very careful, since we stayed very long, into the other direction. Again, you can shift your hips a little bit to the left, and then slowly, very carefully, going to the other side. Use your hands, maybe your core, to slow that transition into the twist. Inhaling, you want to bring your left shoulder closer. Exhaling, your knees, maybe you grab them again with your right hand, maybe you grab even your outer hip to bring them a little bit deeper. So very active stretch, although even if it's active, we are trying to breathe, slow the breath down, so it's some kind of a release and a yin to our yang of effort happening. And then we try to observe, where do we feel what? So do we feel compression somewhere where something is bent inwards? Or do we feel stretch? Okay, we go deeper into that stretch in muscles and in soft tissues. You can also close your eyes to focus a little bit better on what's happening. Steady breath. Eventually, maybe releasing tension where you don't need it, in your jaw, in your face, maybe somewhere in your legs, maybe in your palm, maybe those shoulders again, especially your right shoulder. If you're twisting towards your right, you don't need it. And slowly coming to the center again, carefully using your hands to lift the legs. Knees to your chest. Make yourself super small. You can grab your knees or even grabbing your opposite elbows as you hug the knees. Lift your head and then bring your head towards your knees and then squeeze everything and then breathe in. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Let your legs fall open, straight down on the ground. Your toes releasing to the sides. Shift your shoulder blades down and together slightly. Keeping the back of the neck long. You can open the palms up if that feels good. Take your bigger inhale after you exhale everything. Open your mouth, side out. And let go of your breath. Let go of the control of trying to breathe in a certain way. Let go of Any tension in your face, in your arms and legs. Let go of the thoughts that are flying past through your mind. Come directly underneath your skin and let it sink even deeper, eventually coming towards your brain, right behind your eyes, as if you could withdraw your consciousness away from your body, away from your hands, from your legs, from your trunk, from your core, and going deep inside, center of your brain. Compressing your attention to one single point. And then when you're inhaling, next inhalation, make this attention point a little bit bigger. As you inhale, it broadens, maybe it feels a little bit bigger space in your head. Exhale, let it again get smaller, going almost into an infinity, really the smallest kind of space you can imagine. Inhaling, broadening up, filling your whole head space. Exhale, let it compress. Next time, inhale and let it grow beyond your head into your trunk, through your neck, filling your lungs, your belly. And exhale, let it compress, retrieve back into your brain. Last time, inhale, allow it to expand into your trunk, into your hips and legs and arms. Exhale, let it compress. Start moving your hands, your fingers, your toes. Again, taking a stretch. Bring the knees into your chest. And then you will roll through the right side if you have space, or left, using your hands to pick you up, maybe keeping your eyes closed as you find a seat. Expand your spine, expand the space at your collarbones, at your chest, at your belly as you inhale, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Exhale. Bring the palms together towards your heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale through your belly. Exhale, bow the head down. You can open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And sorry I was a little bit late. But I think it's okay. If it's online, it's fine. Because you never know what's happening. Even in real life yesterday. Thank you for practicing, Anna. Yesterday I had a crisis because the teacher before me took my phone and ran away with my phone before the class. It was interesting. An interesting thing to happen, to realize how much we are attached to our phones, how much we depend on them. Have a nice weekend, you guys. And hopefully see you at another class, maybe on my Zoom or maybe again here on YouTube. Bye.